Okay, so in this video I'm going to give you a short demonstration of the features I've included for Raknet Blackjack. So to begin with, I'll show you that my blackjack game includes multiple players. For this instance, I'll choose 2 as it would be easier to show you. So we'll select 2 players. We'll enter the port that we want to listen on, so for this we'll just go 1010 and the server will wait for connections. Now in our client we can enter a name, so if we just say Bob, we enter the IP address, we enter the port number we want to connect to the server, and that will connect, and that will inform the player what number they are of the maximum amount of players for that server. So if we connect another client as well, wrong port number. So there we go, and then once both players are ready, they can type ready to ready up, inform the player we've found all the players and we're just waiting for everyone else to ready up. Once everyone's ready, the game will begin, which prints to both at the same time. As you can see, it's synchronizing the states. The menu only appears on one client deliberately so that another client can't interact with the game whilst it's ongoing and mess with any of the data. They just have to wait until the player's turns up and then it passes on to the next one, which makes it easier for finding data from the server as well. So in this instance I have the 5 of spades and the 3 of hearts, which is 8. So the player has the option to stand, draw a card, double down or surrender, and also has the option for insurance if the dealer's card or the dealer's first card is an ace. So we'll draw a card here. As you can see, we've got the Queen of Spades, so that's 18, so we'll stand. The menu, as you can see, then gets passed to the other client, so then he can interact. So I've got the 9 of diamonds and the 6 of clubs, which is 15. So at this point, I'll stand, and then the dealer will have its turn. The dealer's drew another card and given himself 13. 13, I believe. No, sorry. At that point, he had 13, but he had another card, so he prints the final hand of the dealer, which is 21. The player gets to look at that, and he also sees any other hands that were on the table, so whether they won or lost. As you can see, both players lost as the dealer had 21, so they both lose 10 points, and they also receive their wins and losses. So at the moment, both players are on 1 loss and no wins. Now, the data within this, between the client and the server, has been encrypted using the tutorial provided, just between the client and the server, not between chat or voice. And yep, I do have voice and I have chat, but those are actually in separate executables, giving the player the option to have chat or not. So if they don't want to chat, they don't have to run it, and it also makes it more organized for server. As for instance, with the Blackjack server, you have to limit the amount of connections, otherwise you can have more than 8 players. Whereas if I had the chat client connecting to the server, I would have to bump that up, which would mean, so I'd have to double that to 16 for the maximum connections, which could mean more than 8 players could connect, which would give issues, so I decided to run it separately. As you can see, as I mentioned before, the states are all synchronized, everything prints to the players at the same time. I'll give you an example of chat. So if I just bring these across quickly. So yeah, the same again. So enter the amount of players that can chat. We only want 2. As mentioned, the port number has to be different, otherwise the packets will cross and the chat feature won't work. So for this one, if we do 555, we're waiting for the connections. So if we say Bob again, enter the same IP address as before, and we go 555, he's connected to it, and then we'll go Jim, same IP address as before, enter the port number, and it's connected. So at this point, players can start typing. So if I say hello, that will print to both the clients, and then Jim can turn around and say hi back, and that will print to both the clients. So they can type whatever they want, and it will be printed to both the screens, or anyone who is actually present in this chat log, or in this chat server, sorry, and it will keep a chat log that it will constantly display to the screen, so everyone can see what's been typed previously. And I'll just give you a quick demonstration. The voice server is only basic and is only implemented from the basic tutorial, so I've not managed to test it with different players at the moment, as it was hard to do so. And if you go 909. Okay, so as you can probably hear now, my voice is being fed back into it, so it's receiving my voice and sending it. Well, as mentioned, I don't have it working with other players at the moment, or haven't tested it with other players, sorry. So that could be something that I should do. But voice is implemented to a certain extent. So yep, the other feature, so just to recap the features I do have are stick, draw, insurance, double down, and surrender, each giving the correct amount of points, and also the win and loss is awarding the correct amount of points if the player receives blackjack, etc. I haven't included split though, because I concentrated more on the network features. So that's everything I've got within my blackjack game, and I hope you enjoyed the video.